We live.
I'll call y'all. Statuation.
Call y'all, Banya Howder, Banya Sha'al.
I'll call y'all. Banya Howder, Banya Sha'al.
Y'all Bashim Yashab Brakathum.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Barakatah. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to how we doing this. This is how y'all have to do it if I'm not here. All right. So.
La Yasha'al.
So. Hey, kill it.
I ain't about to listen.
All the wine.
You're right. While when y'all with Don, he's turning to face the east. We're gonna say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abinau.
Abinau.
Bashimai.
Bashimai. The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts, and forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bashim, Yahusha,
The power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh, please give us the power. The power to heal. All man of sickness. All man of disease. Power to cleanse the leper. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you so big.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayan, all, Ahar, Ma'ayan, Gaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Asham, Chamayon, Wa'abatazah, Ayathan, Namawat, All Yana One, Shamar, Anah, Yana Wala'ah, Yashan, Shawamor, Yasha'al, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh, Zazah, Al-Yad, Yeramam, Hashemaz, La'ayakat, Wayarab, Balayala,
Psalm chapter 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill.
I will lift up my eyes to the hill.
Which cometh my help?
Which cometh my help?
My help coming from your house. Which made heaven and earth. When I suffer thy foot to be moved.
When I suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep. How was thy keeper? How was thy shade upon thy right hand? The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. How shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. How shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. This time forth. And even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Al-Haim. Al-Damayalakat. Al-Dakaras. Al-Dashakwat. Kayahana. Awabika. Yahama Yawam. Wamashanayaka. Nasha'awa. Ba'as. Ma'amaka. Ya'awa Yom. Sabah. Wayatawataza. Al-Tazapamaka. Amo. Lako. Wanakayayo. Magoya. Mala'ah. Yazakar. Shom Yasha'al. Aywa. Nama Ataza. La. Yakawa. Al-Yakar. Baryan. Yakawatwa. Ahoya. Adawar. Wayashma Ali. Hawa Wahagoya. Tazawo. Gamash. Nalawa. Imam. Ayawa. Samarai. Labanya. Salah. Ashalahan. Kayami. It's like Kamadi. Kasaya Sora. Kayami. Banakao. Kwayashwa. Nashamawa. Ba'ayim. It's like Ba'ayan. Da'ara. Hayawa. Daman. Ba'adama. Shayatuma. Barayakuma. Ashur. Amo. Nayarash. Lanawa. Na'awa. Alahayim. Shayatuma. Gagala. Kwash. Lapayaraka. Ka'ash. Daba'ira. Ya'ira. Wakalahaba. Mayam. Kam. Daradapma. Basa Iraka. Babasa Wafka. Dabahala. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Kwalawan. Wayabakwash. Shakash. Yahau. Yabasa. Wayabahoya. Ayai. Wayakapo. Wayababa. It's like Wayada Ira. Kaya. Ata. Yahau. Ayawam. Alkaha. Rataza. Good job. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. And be thou still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They consulted against thy enemies. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation. The name of Yahshua may be no more remembered. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Tabernacles of evil. The Ishmaelites. Moab. The Hagarenes. Baal. Ammon. Amalek. The Philistines. The inhabitants of Tyre. Sure also was joined with them. Hoping in the children of light. It's a lie. Do unto them as unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. As the brook of
concern.
The brook of the sun.
Which perished at indoor.
Perished at
They
indoor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became dung for the
Make
earth.
their nobles like a reed.
Make the nose like a bird.
Like say air.
Like say air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All their princes as a bar.
All the princes of God.
As a muda.
As a muda.
Said.
Said.
Let us take ourselves as a guard position.
God possession.
On my power.
On my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
Stubborn before the wind.
Stubborn before the wind.
That fire burns the wood.
That fire burns the
As the
wood.
flame sets the mountains on
That
fire.
flame set the mountains
So
on fire.
persecute them with thy tempest.
Persecute them with thy
Make
tempest.
them afraid with thy storm.
Make them afraid with thy sword.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with
So they
shame.
may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
Oh yeah, how?
Oh, yeah.
Make them like let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Let them be confounded in trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
Let them be put to shame and
Men
perish.
may know.
That men may know.
Thou whose name alone is Yahweh.
Thou whose name alone is Yahweh.
Thou most high over all the earth.
Most high of all the earth. The blessings in the Hebrew. Barak.
Barak.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Yahweh Shah?
Why Maka'al?
Why Maka'al?
Why Elohim?
Why Elohim?
Matzah.
Matzah.
Alawah.
Alawah.
Yahweh.
Alawah.
Alawah. Hasabran.
Hasabran.
Hakoyazadayu.
Hakoyazadayu.
Hakoyayoyu.
Hakoyayoyu.
Waha'adwathi.
Waha'adwathi.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashel.
Bashel.
Yahshua.
Yahshua.
Yahweh.
The blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
Mike.
Mike.
And the angel.
The angel.
Command the general heart.
Command the general heart.
The generals.
Generals.
The captains.
Captains.
The officers. The troopers. And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahweh Shah.
The name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you so be.
Thank you so be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
All things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To
destruction.
the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak up against us.
Speak up against us.
Thy prophets and the teachers.
Thy prophets and the teachers.
The princes and the priests.
The princes and the priests.
Israelite brothers in the school.
Israelite brothers in the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel.
Shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and
And
curses.
punishment and destruction.
Punishment and
To
destruction.
the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And they nation and they drug
And they
dealers.
nation and they drug
They
dealers.
court system.
Court system.
The prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All governments of our enemies.
All governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues are armed.
Amalek synagogues and armed.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
Gay movement.
Gay movement.
Lesbian
Lesbian
movement.
movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
Cable access channel.
And the radio
And
channel.
the radio channel.
With the spirit of any of thy people.
With the spirit of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
Seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
Bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
All the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and from.
Cause them to go to and
Through the
from.
earth and consume them.
Consume
Let
them.
the plague take the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague take the house of the thief and the murderer.
Thank you, Howard Shah.
Thank you, Howard Shah.
Michael. And Gable.
Gable.
Come down with the flag sign.
Down with the flag
And
sign.
punish all the heathen.
Punish all the
That
heathen.
come up against us.
Come up against
As
us.
we speak thy word.
And speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by
It
all.
is the angels that have done
It is
it.
the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread throughout the media.
Cause it to spread throughout the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake it that
Cause
come.
it to shake it that
In the
come.
name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
So means to turn. Yeshabi means to have a seat. I'm sorry, Christ. Get a Lord a hand, man. We back at another. It's the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. This is one of the Most High's high holy days. It's like it's my water. There's another water back there. Bob, good shot. This is one of the Lord's high holy days.
And this is a day that is to be remembered throughout our generations. All right, Lord told us in Leviticus 23rd chapter. Lord told the children of Israel when it was coming out of Egypt that there will be, special days that we should set up for ourselves, all right, to celebrate. All right, and they're all in the chapter of Leviticus, 23rd chapter. For those who don't know where to find them, all right. Easter ain't there.
Right.
Easter is not in Leviticus. Easter ain't in the Bible for the children of Israel to celebrate. All right. Christmas ain't there. What's some more dumb holidays they celebrate? Lent. You know what I'm saying? That's not there. You do what I'm saying? That's not there. So there's a lot of different days that the Christian church celebrate that are not a part of the the law, statutes, and commandments that was given to the Israelites, on the mount. You do what I'm saying? Moses didn't tell us to celebrate Easter. God didn't tell us to celebrate Easter.
That's right.
And nobody else told us to celebrate Easter but our oppressor. All right, this is the oppressor's religion. So they celebrate Easter. Only reason I'm speaking on Easter because today is they so-called Easter. All right, and this is it's amazing how we celebrating the actual high holy day that the Lord told us to celebrate, and the rest of the world they somewhere celebrating, chasing Easter eggs. You know what I'm saying? They hunting Easter eggs today, while we actually setting up what the Lord told us to serve. Stop the watch. And this is an important day for us. This is the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, unleavened bread. So it says 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, and we eat it with glee. It ain't one of the, people like, why are y'all eating unleavened bread like that? Like it's something, like it's just nasty. But man, these sisters make unleavened bread so cold, man. They make unleavened donuts, pastries, pies. You know what I'm saying? Hot pockets. You know what I'm saying? Sisters make all kind of different unleavened things. Pizzas, just all kind of stuff, man. That you can cookies. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no limit to the things that you can make with unleavened bread. And these sisters get down with that. Give the sisters a hand. Because the sisters know how to get down and keep this holiday going, man. I mean, the holy day going. And it's not a burden for us to keep this holy day because, for one, the Lord said keep it. And for two, we got sisters who know how to make it easy for us to keep it. All right? So, today we're gonna memorialize today, as we always do, and we will be reading out of the Torah. We're gonna read Leviticus 23rd chapter out of Torah. This is where you find all the high holy days of the Most High. All right, and you will see which days we should keep and which days we shouldn't. You shouldn't keep. So all other days that's not inside of Leviticus 23rd chapter, those are the days you don't keep. All right. All right. So read Leviticus the 23rd chapter, verse 1. Read down to verse 7.
This Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayat Dabar, Yahweh, all Moshe, La Amar. Verse 2. Dabar, all Banya, Yasha Allah, Wa Amara, Alaham, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Rashar, Fakwar Awa, Atham, Makwar Aya, quote, Quadash, Allah, Hum, Mawa'idya, verse 3. Shashaf, Yum, Fa'aish, Mala'ak, Mala'aka, Wabayawam, Hashabah, Ya'aya, Hasha, Ba'ayah is verse 3. The second line, the second word.
Verse 3, the second line, second word.
Hashab Ya'ayah.
Hashab Ya'ayah. Shabbath. Shabbath 1. Makwara'ah. Quadash. Call. Malah Akah. La'ah. Tha'aishwa. Shabbath. Hawa'ah. La Yahweh. Bakal. Ma wa
Mawabash. No, it's not. Mawashab.
Mawashab. Yakam. Verse 4. Allah.
Hold on. Go back to that. Say it again.
Mawashab.
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 Mawashabath.
Mawashabath. Yakam.
Mawashabath. Yakam. It's like.
Wamashabath. Yakam.
Yakam. Yeah.
Yakam. Verse 4. Allah. Mawa'idya. Yahweh. Makwara. Makwar. Ayah. Quadash. Ashar. Fakwara. It's like it. Fakwara. Awa. Atham. Bama wa Aidam. Wa Aidam. Verse 5. Bakadash. Hara. Hara Ashwan. Ba'ar. Ba'a. Ba'ara. Ba'ai. Ba'ara. Ba'ai.
Ba'ara. Oh, it's like.
Ba'ara. Ba'ai. It's a high at the end, so yeah. Sure.
Where you at?
I'm in verse 5. Third word.
Ba'ai.
What word you just said?
Ba'ara.
Ba'ara.
Ba'ai.
Okay, I see.
Ba'ar. Ba'ara.
It's Ba'ara.
Ba'ai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. La Kadash. Bayan. Ha'irabium. Pasak. La Yahweh. Verse 6. Wabakam. Waba Kamash. It's like a Kamasha. Aishar. Yawam. La Kadash. Hazaha. Kaga. Hamatazawathum. It's like it. Hamatazawath. La Yahweh. Shabaith. It's like it. Shaba'ith. Yum. Matazawath. Fa'akawa. Verse 7. Bayawam. Hara Ashwan. Makwa Ra'ah. Quadash. Yaha. Lakam. Call. Mala Akam. It's like it. Mala Akaf. Ibadah. La'ah. Tha'aisha. Tha'aishwa.
All right, we're reading the English. Good job.
This is Leviticus 23:1 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
All right, if I could. All right, so when we're doing these services, right, it's important for us to always know how important it is for us to stick to the basics. All right, I know it gets repetitive sometimes because we do this every single feast day. All right, so we'll read the Torah And we'll always go to Leviticus 23rd chapter and read that every single feast day. All right. But it's important for us to do that, so to have it ingrained into our DNA. You do what I'm saying? So we can teach it not only for us to learn, but also teach it to our children, for them to know how important it is. And the Lord always wanted the children of Israel, always wanted his people to keep his high holy days and remember what he did in Egypt to bring us out of Egypt. That is the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's our covenant. Everything about what he did in Egypt, we have to keep in our DNA, everything that we do. All right, and always remember what he did in Egypt. That's why keeping these high holy days are so important. That's why reading it in the Torah is so important. And we gotta, like I said, sometimes it get repetitive, but it's something that has to be done. Because if we don't, guess what we're gonna be doing? Celebrating Easter.
Yeah.
We're gonna be celebrating, we're gonna look over there and be like, you know what, they having a whole lot of fun. I want to go do that. If we don't look at what we doing as fun, if we don't look at our culture as being, top of the line, then we'll start to look at other people's culture and think that theirs is better than ours. So it's important for us to always do these high holy days, no matter, what's going on. We have to do these high holy days and to keep learning. You do what I'm saying? To keep learning, because a lot of, if we don't, then we'll start to do other things. All right, so I can read verse 2 one more time.
Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel and unto them say unto them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
All right, so now he's going to give a rundown of his feasts. What are his feasts? All right, so now we're going to talk about what are his feasts. All right, keep reading.
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
All right, so the Sabbath day is a holy convocation. Anybody know what a holy convocation is? Anybody know what a holy convocation is? Nobody know? I know y'all officers know. Let's see what the sisters know. Any of y'all know what a holy convocation is? Don't know. Go ahead, sister.
It's a holy gathering.
Right. Give us a hand. All right. A holy convocation is a gathering. All right. It's a gathering outside of your usual gathering. It's a set apart gathering that you have. So Sabbath day is a gathering that we gather together. That's why we have Sabbath services. So that is a holy convocation. The same thing like on feast days, right? The beginning of feast days are holy convocation, and the end of feast days are holy convocation. So those are times that we gather together, and as a group. All right, and that's what goes on Sabbath also. All right, we come together as a holy convocation on Sabbath service. So it would be the same as us coming together today. All right, it would be the same as us coming together, on any of our high holy days. The Sabbath service is, guess what, y'all? A high holy day. The Sabbath day is a high holy day. All right, so it's a holy convocation for us, and that is something that the Lord chose for us to have a day set apart from all the other days of the week. All right, so every day of the week is just a day, but the Sabbath day is a different day than those days, because that's a day that we have a holy convocation on. All right, keep reading.
Verse 4.
That's just in case our brothers and sisters didn't know.
Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
All right, so the 14th day is the Lord's Passover. We just experienced the Lord's Passover about, a week ago? A week ago. Get the Lord a hand, man, for his Passover. We had an excellent time. We had an excellent time. Commander General put on for the Passover like he always do. But, we keep the Passover because the Lord said for us to keep the Passover. Christ kept the Passover. You didn't keep Easter. The disciples kept the Passover. They didn't keep Easter. You know, every Paul, other people who came after Christ, they kept the Passover. You know, if you're children, if you are a born Israelite, you have to keep the Passover. Ain't no if and buts about it. You know, it's just this is what the Lord told Moses to tell the children of Israel, that they have to keep the Passover. All right, keep it.
Verse 6.
And it's the 14th day of the first month. So 14 days after the beginning of the year. So if you want to find out when the beginning of the year is, count 14 days before the Passover. That is the beginning of the year. All right, for us. All right, keep it.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
All right, so the very next day after the Passover is the feast of unleavened bread. That's what we have the very next day. So we just finished the feast of unleavened. Get a feast of unleavened bread. We just finished the feast of unleavened bread at sundown. All right, we've been keeping the feast of unleavened bread all week. All right, so the day after the Passover is the beginning of the feast of unleavened bread, and then it ends a week later. All right, so read it one more time.
Verse 6. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
No, we should eat unleavened bread.
7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
You can eat it if you want to.
7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
You must eat unleavened bread for 7 days. All right, you have to eat unleavened bread. All right, there's no if and buts about it. You got to eat unleavened bread every single day for 7 days. All right, keep reading.
Verse 7. And the first day ye shall have an holy convocation.
You said what?
Have an holy convocation.
All right, so we just discussed what a holy convocation was. We said in the very first day that you should have a holy convocation. That is a holy gathering, right? That's what we have in right. That was the first day we did that at the Sheraton Hotel in Raleigh, North Carolina. We had a holy gathering on the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, keep reading.
You shall do no servile work therein.
All right, so it's telling you on that first day that you shall do no servile work. All right, that means that you should not, work for anybody on that day. On that day, you should take off. All right, plan early. If you have high holy days coming up where it said, some high holy days, some days you can't, like say for instance, we're finna go into the Feast of Weeks, right? The Feast of Weeks, you can work during the Feast of Weeks. But some days, and also during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you can't work on the first day, but the second, third, fourth, fifth day, you can work on. All right? It's just those, the beginning of it and the end of it, you can't work on. All right? So you should make provisions where you can, you don't work that day so you can keep the law. All right? If you don't, if you're able to call in or able to, set up to where you can be off for those days that and there's not a lot of them. There's not a lot of those days. But if you set up for where you can be off those days, then set up to be off those days and keep the law. All right. Don't ask for any overtime on a day that the Lord said there's no holy convocation. I mean, there's no servile work in. Don't ask for overtime that day. Then it's on you when you're willingly breaking the law. You do what I'm saying? Now, if you got a job where you have to work, well, you know what I'm saying? When they making you work, well, you have to work. That's that's just that's the situation you're in. But if it's a situation where you're able to call in and get that day off, keep the law and get the day off. Try to keep to the best of your ability to keep the law. All right. What's at the end of that?
Okay.
All right, go back to the.
It's Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wahakwar Batham Asha Rayahawa Shaba'ith Yum Bayawam Hashab Ya'aya Makwara'a Kodash Kal Mala'aka Ibada La'a Fa'aishwa. Verse 9. Wayadabar Yahweh all Mashah La Amar. Verse 10. The bar, oh, Banya, Yasha Allah, Wa Amarath, Allah, Salaki, Alham, Allahum, Kaya, Faba Awa, oh, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Anya, Ya, Nathan, Lakam, Wakwatazarthum, Ath, Quataza, Yara, Wahaba, Ba'atham, Ath, Aymar, Ra'ash, Thaya, Slakia, Ra'ash, Ya, Quataza, Yarakam, oh, Hakahan, verse 11, Wahanya, Ath, Ha'aymar, Lapanya, Yahweh, La Rataza, Nakam, Mama, Karath, Hashabath, Yanya Panwa,
Yeah. Good job.
what? Hakahan, verse 12, Wa Aish Yathum, Bayawam, Hanayap Kum, Ath, Ha'imar, Kabash, Thamyam, Ban, Shanathwa, La Yahweh, verse 13, Wama Nakathwa, Waman Kathwa, Shanya, Aisharan Yum, Salath, Bala Wala, Bashaman, Asha, La Yahweh, Rayak, Nayak, Salakia, Nayak Ka,
Yeah, 13, bro.
Wanasaka, Yayan, Rabba, Ya'if, Hahayan, verse 14, Walakam, Wakwalya,
Good job.
Wakaram Malak, Salaki, Wakar Malak, Wakaramala.
Yeah, 14.
Good. First and
Wakal
third word in. For 14.
Oh,
Wakarmala. La'a. Fa'akawa. Itazam. Hayawam. Salaki. Hazaha. Haba Ya'akam. Ath. Quaraban. Allah Hayakam. Kakwath. Iwalam. Ladarath Yakum.
there you go.
Good job.
Bakal. Mashabath Yakum.
Favorite names.
This is Numbers chapter. This is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 8 in the English. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. In the 7th day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
All right, so just like the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the last day shall be a holy convocation also, and you should do no work therein. All right, so the beginning of it, no work, holy convocation. The end of it, no work, holy convocation. In between, you can work. All the days in between it, you can work. All right, keep it.
Verse 9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it.
All right, so the day after the Sabbath, it shall be the Feast of First Fruits. So the beginning of the Feast of First Fruits starts today. Right now, we're in the beginning of the Feast of First Fruits. All right, it's the very first day. So it lasts for, it'll talk about it now, but it lasts for 7 Sabbaths. So the end of it would be like the end of end of May. I think the end of May. So like May 29th or something like that. That'll be the end of the Feast of First Fruits. All right? Keep it. Go ahead.
What's it saying that said wave it? Can you explain that?
Okay, so it's a sheaf, right? So this is during the time where they was doing sacrifices. So you would make, you would read it one time. So I can explain.
Verse 11. And he shall wave.
Verse 10.
Verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest.
All right, so you will bring the first fruits of your harvest to the priest. All right, everything that you just, so this is pretty much in the spring when you start to plant all your harvest and stuff. Whatever first fruits that you have that start to grow first, you would bring that to the priest. All right, keep it.
Verse 11. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you.
All right. So a sheaf it's like a broom. It's like a little broom that they have in their hand. It's made of like straw. So he would literally wave it. You know what I'm saying? Over your first fruits.
So that's what I'm talking about?
Yeah, whatever first fruits that you bring to the priest will wave this over your first fruits so it can be accepted by the Lord. All right, this is just one of the procedures that they done to get your blessed, get your first fruits blessed. Right.
On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12. And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheaf, and he lamb without blemish of the first year for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
All right, so when you bring your first fruits, and then the priest wave the sheaf over your first fruits, then you would bring an offering unto the priest for doing that for you. So you would bring he lamb, so it can be slaughtered and given to the Lord. It's like a gift to the Lord for your first fruits. All right.
Verse 13.
Now, of course, the priest eat the lamb, but that was your gift to the Lord for that.
Verse 13. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin.
Oh, hen. So they would fry up some food and meat and give it to the priest. I say a lot of people think that, when you talk about like sacrifices, right, that you would bring to the priest, a lot of people just think of just gory, just just chopping up, all kind of animals, there's blood everywhere, and what I'm saying, then they want to, pray to the Lord over this. It's really think about a butcher. That's how you should think about it. Think about it like a butcher. How a butcher, just chops up the food and everything, cooks food, but they eat the food though. They don't just store the food they actually eat all of this food. Because anybody know why the priests eat the food? Why it was bringing to the priest so they could eat? Go ahead.
So like
Some people don't know that the priests even eat the food. But why? Go ahead, sister.
Because like the people are responsible for taking care of the priests because that's their job. It ain't like they out slaving. So you're harvesting that food and bringing it to them. It's a sacrifice, but it's like giving it to the Most High, but you give it to men of the Lord because they're the shepherd over us as the flock, which is like the
Yeah, sister. That's right. You hit it right. You ought to be up here teaching. You hit it right on the nose. And that's exactly why, because the priests are, they are the men of the Lord. So they don't have they don't have jobs, like the sister said. They don't have jobs and things. Their job is to serve Israel, to do these sacrifices, to do all of the jobs that the Lord chose for the Levites to do. All right, so this is what they do. They don't have an inheritance. The Levites don't have an inheritance, so they don't have any land to grow crops on. They don't have any animals, to feed and raise. The children of Israel has all of that, and that's so whatever the children of Israel, that's theirs also. So in each land, where the Levites, whatever the children of Israel, like if you had the land of Asher or the land of Benjamin, there's always Levites in that land. Every single land that we have, Levites live with us. So Levites were always amongst us. And we always had to take care of the Levites. And by us taking care of the Levites, that's us giving to the Lord. All right? So keep reading.
Verse 14.
Good job, though, sister. You hit it right on the nose.
Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears, until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
So it said, when your first fruits come up, of course, when first fruits come up, they're going to be green and stuff. Everything it ain't ripe yet. But that's your first fruit. So that's the first thing to come up. Whatever you bringing up, they ain't even ripe. Don't wait till it get ripe and eat it. Bring it while it's green. You know what I'm saying? And give to the Lord. Give it to the Lord. That's your first fruits. All right. Don't be, a greedy bastard and, grow your grapes all the way until they're ready to be harvested. And then you eat some and then take the rest to the Levites. Don't do that. Give the Levites your first fruit. All right. Keep it. So like, is that 14?
That's 14.
All right. Come on. All right. Officer Rocky, state your rest.
Also, the Rocky. Banya Howard, Banya Sha'al.
Rocky, Banya Howard, Banya Sha'al.
Yahaba Shiyasha Brakathum.
Yahaba Shiba Shabakata.
You go to home too. So.
La Yasha'al.
So. Good shot. See. All right, so you're going to pick up where he left off at verse 15 in the Hebrew. You got it? You need a sheet or something?
Let's see what we got.
All right, let's see what you got.
Leviticus 23rd chapter, starting at verse 15. Wasapar, Thumb, Parthum, Tha, Lakam, Makat, Wa, Mamakwa,
Mamakawa.
Hashabath, Maya, Young, Mayang, Maya Womb, Abaya, Akon, Af, Haimar, Tathan, Wa, Pa, Ha, Tathan, Wa, Pa, Shabbat.
Excellent. Do my mom know how to
Shabbat.
speak Hebrew? We not read it.
Not yet.
Shabbat,
This week.
Shabbat Wath, Thama Yum Th, Thama Ya Thum, Thama Yum, TH again. Thama Ma, Thama Ya, Taha Ya, Yang Ha, verse 16. I Ma Mak Rath, Ma Mak Rath.
Yeah, verse 16. Yeah, 16.
Come.
Mamakara.
Ma Mak Rath. Hashab, Hashabah, Hashabah, Hashab, Ya'ai, Thasapara, Ka, Mashyum,
Good job.
one, Ya, Yawam, Wahakar, Bathyum, Bathum.
That's a big word right there, man. Good job on that. Good brother. I ain't forgot. He did say through that one. That's good.
Manak Ha, said it right? Manaka. Kadash Ha, Kadasha, Layahawa. Verse 17. Mawa, Shabbath, Yakom. Maya, Wa, Babaya, Awa, Lakom. Nawa, Paha, Shatha, Yum, Shanya, Asharath. It's like Ashar, Nayum, Salath, Thaha, Ya, Yum, Ha,
Get another check. We got another sister coming too. Boss.
Ka, Montazah,
There's one more brother too.
Tha'apa, Yana, Tha'apa, Yana, Bakawa, Rayam,
What verse you
at the end of 17.
Okay, I see.
Bakayar, Yawam, Bakawar, Yum. La Yahaw.
He said the wise and he said yeah.
Wahakar, Bathum, Ow. Ha,
Hey, don't the elder work?
Halakom.
It should work.
Shabai.
What did it go with that?
Shaba'if. Kabash Yom.
Good job.
The Maya Yam. Yum Yum. Banaya. Ban, that's like Banya. Shana.
The fuse.
Wapar. Bun. Bakar. Akkad. Wa'ayah. Lom.
Yeah, they got a church for everything.
Shaya. Sha.
Martin Luther King was the Martin Luther King.
Shayam. Yaha. Yawa. Yahayawa. La. Allah. La Yaha. Wa. La Yahawa. Wa ma. Nak. Thum. Wa ma nak. Thum. Wa ma. Nak. Waman Kathums.
Man Katan.
Waman Kathums. Nas Ka Salat. So don't do the in the end. Wana Sak.
But most of the time, so most of the time, the first character is by itself. So you start off with, wow.
So
Then
I did the N and the S. So plus like Nas.
Saka.
Wana Saka. Wana Sak your home.
That's it. Your home.
Asha. Roya. Na Yaka. Yanaka. Nayaka. La Yahweh. Verse 19. Wa'ash Yathum.
Read through 20.
Sha'ai Yar. Sha'ayar. Azah Yom. Azayom. Akkad. Lakata'ah. Wa Samya. Kabash Ya. Ya.
What about we pointed in the
Yeah.
would like come down, you know what I'm saying? I think it's
Lazabak. Lazabak. Shalana. Yo. Verse 20. Wahana. It's like Wahana Pa. Wahana Pa. Wahaya. Wahana Ya.
hot flash there.
Hakayan. It's like Hakahan. Lathom. Ayla. Lathom. Habakah. Raf. Yum. Tana Waf. Tana Wapa. Lapayan.
I can fill it up here. Yeah, that's good.
Yaha. Wa'a. Al. Shaya. You said stop at 21 or go to 21?
Read through 21.
All right, read through. Come. Shab. Shab.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Kabash. Yo. Kabashaya. Kodash. Yahweh. Yaha. Yahweh. La Yahweh. Lakana. Lakaha.
Lakahan.
Verse 21.
The priest.
Wakar Atham. Ba Atazam. Ya Ha Yahayawam. Hayawam. Hazah. Hazaha. Makoah. Kodash. Ya Yaha. Lakan. Ka. Mala'ah. Ka. Mala'akah. Abadah. La'ah. The Ashwa. Kwa. Kakwa. I will
Yep.
Bakal. My.
See how you do with this.
Ma Shabi. Ma Washab. The.
Nope. It is, I don't know.
Mawashab. No. Mawashabath.
There you go.
You come.
Good job. Good job. Get a part of
Ladar.
Nope.
Ladarath. You come.
There you go. There you go. Good job.
I'm getting that.
I just read in English. Good job.
This right here.
Wow. I need to begin a book.
I can't. This book, Leviticus 23rd chapter, verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
All right, so like I was saying earlier, you start off today, and now count 7 Sabbaths from today, and you'll be at the end of the Feast of First Fruit. All right, the Feast of Weeks is just another name for the Feast of First Fruits.
Verse 16. Even until the morrow after the 7th Sabbath.
Pentecost also is another name for it. Y'all probably heard that in the Christian church. Pentecost. Yeah.
Shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Verse 17. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals, and ye shall be, and it's like it, they shall be of fine flour, and they shall be baking and leavened, and they are first fruits unto the Lord.
All right, so it's telling you to bring 2 loaves of bread, and with fine flour, they're going to be baked with leaven. So now, what is it telling you? What is it telling us now? Go ahead, sister.
You can use leaven.
You start using leaven again, right, on that next day. Today, you start using leaven again. All right, keep reading.
Verse 18.
Go ahead, sister.
Are these traditions that we still do today, or is this just Old Testimony stuff?
Okay, don't think of it as Old Testament stuff. That's not real Christian. You know what I'm saying? All right, so it's our tradition. These are our traditions. So what we do, we read our traditions to. Now, some of the like the a lot of them have to do with us bringing sacrifices and stuff. So we're not doing that anymore. All right, but we still need to know that this was our tradition that we did do. All right, so just like this is the tradition that we're not bringing this to a priest. All right, so we're not bringing two loaves of, you know what I'm saying, with flour and bake with them. We're not taking it to the priest. But these were the traditions that we kept back, when we was coming from the land of Egypt. All right, all the way up until they were still doing this, all the way up until, we started to go into captivity. So once we started going to captivity, then we started to not do a lot of the things because we couldn't do it. So, but we still had to remind each other, and that's why these are so important, because we still have to know this is what we done. So when we get back to our kingdom, guess what we're gonna be doing?
This.
We're gonna start going back to some of the stuff that we used to do. All right.
Verse 18. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto the Lord, with the meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire.
So there was a lot of different offerings that we had. We had meat offerings, drink offerings, peace offerings, sheaves. It was a lot of our sin offerings. We had a lot of different offerings that we had, and that's why it was hard for brothers and sisters to do a lot of stuff, because it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot to do. But keep it.
Come. Offerings made by fire, a sweet savor unto the Lord. Verse 19. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings.
But so and I said it's a lot, but really it was banked on us doing what the Lord told us to do. So as long as we was doing what we told us to do, then we had enough rams and all the stuff that we had that we needed to be able to keep the law. Then he provided all of that. But when we start to break the laws, and then of course we're going into captivity, so we didn't have all of the stuff that we needed to keep the law, because we kept going into captivity after captivity after captivity.
Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with a bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord, with the 2 lambs that shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. Come. Verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when you reapest, neither shalt you gather any gleaning of any harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Lord your God.
All right, so we you do all this, and then on the last day of the feast of unleavened bread, not feast of unleavened bread, feast of first fruits, we will have a holy convocation on the last day. All right, so we'll have another holy convocation on the last day. It was I think it's in May, and it'll be like we're doing today. And they, he was just saying that we shouldn't reap the, when we do get our first fruits, that, we shouldn't take all our grapes and stuff, or whatever it is that, we take it. We shouldn't take every piece of it and for the harvest. We should leave some for the poor also, so they can eat, from the corners of the harvest. And it's just showing brotherhood.
Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets.
So there's another day, Sabbath, a day of blowing of trumpets. All right, so that will be our next high holy day after this high holy day we in now. The Feast of First Fruits. The very next one will be the blowing of trumpets. All
A holy convocation. Verse 25. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Verse 26. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 27, also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
right, so after that, after the blowing of trumpets, we have the Day of Atonement. And that's the day we don't eat anything or drink anything on the day. We afflict ourselves on that day, all right, to atone for, in commemorance of us atoning for our sins. All right.
Okay. Verse 28. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. Verse 29. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in the same day, he shall be cut off from among his people.
All right, so if you eat on that day, be like, I ain't doing the Day of Atonement this year. Well, you ain't no different than a heathen in the eyes of the Lord. All right, and that's how we should look at you also, as a heathen, if you don't afflict yourself on that day. All right, keep it.
Verse 30. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people.
But he looks at it the same way if you're working on that day too. And we done, yeah, keep it.
Verse 31. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month, at the evening, from even unto evening, shall ye celebrate your Sabbath.
All right, so it's a day's worth of, afflicting. You don't eat for 24 hours. From Sabbath to Sabbath, we don't eat or drink anything. All right, keep it.
Okay. Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of the 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles, for 7 days unto the Lord. Verse 35.
Hey, so this year, the Feast of Tabernacles is going to be in England. Get that England. We're going to, is it London or Birmingham? What is it, Birmingham, England? London, somewhere in England. Yeah.
They haven't announced what city it's going to be in as of yet.
Okay. All right, so I think they got a school in Birmingham. I think that's where the school is at. So it'll be somewhere in England. We'll be over there keeping the Feast of Tabernacles on that day in England. All right. So the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles will be on the end of it. All right, keep it.
Verse 35. On the 1st day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 36. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is the solemnly assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Come. Verse 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to the holy convocation, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord, a burnt offering, and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon this day. Verse 38. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Lord. Verse 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep the feast unto the Lord 7 days. On the 1st day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. Verse 40. And ye shall take you on the 1st day and bough of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the bough of the thick trees, and willows of the brook, and ye shall rejoice before the Lord your God 7 days. Verse 41. And you should keep the feast unto the Lord 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Verse 42. You shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. Verse 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
And what?
Children of Israel to dwell in
He
booths.
said, man, that your and the reason why he's doing that is so the generations would know that he made us, the children of Israel, dwell in booths when he brought us out of the land of Egypt. That's what all of the high holy days are about. All the high holy days are about us remembering what the Lord did when he brought us out of Egypt. Every last one of them. All right, this is what was going on. Coming out of there all the way up until we got into our own land. These are the things that we was doing inside of, to keep the Lord's high holy days. Right? So everything that we do, all the high holy days is all, what is it, 8 or 9 of them? 8 or 9 high holy days is for us to remember the Most High bringing us out of Egypt. That's it. All right, that's what it's all about. All right, read verse 43 one more time.
Verse 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
All right, so these were the feasts of the Most High. And this is where you find the feast at. Like I said, you're not going to see Easter, you're not going to see Christmas, you're not going to see any of those things that the Christian church celebrates. It's not in the Bible. All right, these are the things that the Most High said for the children of Israel to keep. Go ahead, sis.
It says dwell in booths. What do they mean by that?
So that's, okay, so look at it like a teepee. All right, it's like when we was coming out of Egypt, we had to build little teepees for us to sleep in. So there's just a lot of them, wherever we was at, we would build, teepees for us to sleep in.
Huh.
All right, so, we'll always move. Don't forget, we're following the cloud. So when the cloud moves, we move. All right, so wherever we move to another city, we'll make us some more teepees to sleep in. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, those were the booths that the Most High was talking about.
Okay.
Same way, I said teepee. I'm sure they didn't call it teepee back then, but that's what you would think of when you think about booths. Yeah, like little tents. Yeah, that's basically what it was. All right. Any more questions? All right, Walking down up with John means turn to face the east. And we're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw,
Shabashimai,
Shabashimai, Dad, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Laba'a, Ratazak, Ayah, Aisha, Ratazak, Allah, Ayah, Bashamai, Nathanaw, Call, Yawam, Wasalakwa,
Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts. Forgive our debtors. And not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. So, this turn. Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Amash Shabbat. Amash. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Baruch.
So, turn. We're going to face the sister. Me and Israel, we're going to get the sisters one courtesy salute. Amash Shabbat. Amash. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Every time.
Sorry. Dismiss. All right, don't cut it off. I'll tell you, don't cut it off.
Sis, right here, step up. Step up. Sis, it's about that time. Let's get this sister in. Now, I know in the world, we know in Jasmine, we about to ball that name up and throw it away. That woman's dead now. And you're gonna have to kill her every day. All right? But she gonna try to come back. But you're gonna have to kill her every day. Sis, you've been in this truth. You've been through a lot of things, and you've never let that stop you. And one of the beautiful things I love about you is that you'll come into the room and you're just like this light, just balls and energy.
Absolutely.
And man, you're a delight to have to the school. I appreciate you. I know my brother do. I know these sisters love you.
Absolutely.
And everybody knows that this is your time and you do this, okay? From now on, from here on out, you will not hear that disgusting name, Jasmine, anymore. That's a name in the world. That a name that was full of sin. You have a clean slate. You see this board right here? Not that one, because Laquan likes to write his name on stuff. I'm gonna take you for that later. You see that board right there? You see how clean it is? It's all red. That's you now, sis. That red is all the pain and all the things that you've been through. But the Lord's gonna give you a clean slate now. You're not Jasmine anymore. This point forward, your name will be Aurora Kaya. Aurora Kaya.
Kaya.
That means light, a vibrant light. That's what you are, a lively light. You are that light that always is going to shine. Your name is developed off of the spirit that you are or the spirit that you will be. All right? Again, your name is Aurora Kaya, which means a vibrant light. All right? So now, we're going to bless you with this anointing prayer. Somebody anoint the sister. Priest will anoint you real quick. Then we're going to say this prayer. All right, get that sister a hand, man. All right. At the end of this prayer, so you understand, at the end, you'll say your name 3 times. Aurora Kaya. Okay? So you remember. Oh, Salaki, yeah, please. Let these brothers say something. My bad. I try to steal the show. Salaki, go ahead.
All right, so I remember Jazz when she first came in. I'm still calling you Jazz. Yeah, you already know it. It's a lot. A warrior
Kaya.
Kaya. All right. I remember the sister when she first came in. The sister's been positive ever since she's been in. She asks a trillion, billion questions every single day. You know what I'm saying? Which is good. That's something that every sister and brother that comes into school needs to do. They need to ask questions because that's how you find out answers. And we have the answers for you. We're gonna go back and forth for a minute a day about, the answer. But the sister always end up taking it and accepting whatever the answer is. And she's grew ever since she's been in there. She's grown. Like you said, she's been through a lot of stuff while she's been in there. And she's grown, you have grown in here, and we've seen your growth, and we acknowledge it, and today this is your reward for your growth.
Damn right.
What I can say about
Aurora
Kaya. All I can say is, I remember when you first came into the school, you've been loyal. You've been loyal to the school. You come to class, you ask questions, even questions, If it confuses you, you ain't afraid to raise your hand. Keep that spirit.
Right.
Always ask questions. We ain't got that. If I don't have the answer, I go to one of these. I'm like, sis, I get back at you. You ask these questions all the time when we in class. I said, sir, what's this question? I'm like, okay, let me get a breakdown on that. I get back with you. As far as that, you've been loyal. You ain't changed. I ain't seen no difference. You come here, you help. I ain't gonna lie. That chicken you made, it's a lot. Sidebar. That chicken you made, that gave me life. The chicken you made at the Paso, or we was at the Airbnb, you need to make some more of that chicken. That's a lot good. And that unleavened bread you made yesterday, man, busting. Keep that spirit, sis. Keep that spirit.
And one thing I want to say, sis, too. Now, this is something that you don't have to accept. You don't have to accept this. You want to just come to class, we come to class. I want always people to understand this is not something that we are pressing on you to do. It's something you choose to do. So do you choose or you do not? Okay, let's get to it. That is the section. All right, brothers, I know what to do. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yasamarka.
Yasamarka.
All Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Kunyawa. All Yahweh. Wayakunka.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Kunyawa. All Yahweh. Wayasumlaka. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Wasum.
Bashim.
Yawasha. Barak.
Barak.
Rapah. Magun.
Magun.
A warrior kaya.
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 Bashim Yawasha.
Bashim Yawasha.
Wadaman.
Wadaman.
Congratulations.
A warrior kaya.
What does it mean again? What does that mean?
I'm a light. I'm a ball of light.
Vibrant light. There we go.
What up, Hebrew?
Oh my God. Yeah, I know.